Okay, doing some measurements here on the plow. This main thing right here, that goes on top of where I think the skid plate is. Yeah, it bolts right on to where the skid plate is. That's where I bolted it anyway. And it is exactly 22 inches long. So that's how big you need to make that piece right here. This bar right there needs to be exactly 22 inches long, and it's got this bar that comes off the side of it like that, the guy welded straight onto it, and that is approximately 7 inches long exactly from the top of the brace bar. It goes back there. So the main bar right here is 22 inches. That connects on the very top mount bracket of where the skid plate goes. On the side of that, you must have the side bars for the plow to scoop on. Those are actually more of 7.5 all the way around, maybe a little over 7. You can see it right there. Well, not even 7.5, a little over 7. I just put these on here as spacers to push the plow out. You might actually want to add an inch to the main plow right here. You might want to add an extra inch to it so it reaches, because mine was a little long and I didn't feel like welding it to where the last guy had it, which was actually right here on the engine bracket instead of back here, which actually already had screw holes. So you have to make the screw holes a little bigger, but I mean, it doesn't damage the skid plate or nothing like that, and it just fits all around better and it's out of the way. You can't really hit your brake with the the bar right there, so I just thought it would be better to put it back there. Now here I had to make here you go. See these brackets? That's the front engine mount. There's the front tire. That's the front engine mount. As you can see, I had to custom build this bracket right here. There's one on each side. You can see the other one over there, kinda. But that's something you're gonna have to do on your own. It's all according to where you want your handlebars exactly, because the armful bar, which is sitting right back there, you see it with the handle, it's that red one, that goes right through that hole. I actually cut a piece of a goalie post for plastic hockey net, and I put that right in between here, to keep it a spacer so they don't wench together, because there's a lot of torque going on that thing. This rear chain right here, that's what these bolts are for. Right here, the security chains. I don't even hook them up, I don't need them. I have the front ones that go to the handlebars. This thing ain't falling off anyway. But that's just to prevent the plow from falling off. That's what that last chain is for. I don't even need it. You could use it, it's nice. The second one right here actually hooks up to, here, let's pick this up. This is the handle. Like I said, it goes through that hole right down there. Then it sits up. It's not going to, because I don't actually have it through the hole, but you can see that'll go through them two holes in the engine mount bracket. You can see where all the wear and tear is on the bar. And then that little end right there, see this piece right here actually goes into it. Right. This is the handle. Goes through these little two holes right here. Pops through the other side. The goalie piece right in there, it's about an inch wide. Then this piece right here attaches into this. That way you can pull it in and out of here whenever you want. You just take off this little piece right here. I have that up on the table, but it's just a bolt that goes through and has a pin that goes through that, and that's hold it on. So that goes on there, drills through here. There's another hole right here that slides through that, then through this, and locks on the other side. This right here is where the front chain hooks up, right there. That goes onto this. That way, when you pull the lever on the other side, you can't see it, but it's there. You pull that, and this whole thing lifts up like this, and that raises the hole about a foot off the ground. This block right here, that thing coming off, that actually sits up on the other side of the engine mount, and that's what keeps it from falling all the way down. It holds it up constantly about that far up, and you pull back to lift the plow. Alright, let's get some more measurements. So the arm itself across is approximately 25 1/4 inch, and that's actually all the way up to here, all the way to the end of it, to where the bar. Well, you can see the handle going up. That corner right there is where it stops. It is at the very tip before the turn. So that's that. The handle can be as long as you want it to be on the other side. That's the handle going up on the other side that you grab to lift up the plow. So that can be whatever size you want it to be. Now the plow measurements, like I said, you might want to add an inch to that, to this part right here. So all this bending how to do it. This comes all the way up to the... Alright, the bend is at 41 inches. So you're probably going to want it to be 42 or 43 to be exact on that one bend. This bend right here, this goes on the bottom. Oh, it is just one giant bar. So I'm just measuring it from bend to bend here. So that one's going to be about 11 inches. Well, I'd say 12 inches exactly from bend to bend. So 24 inches all the way across with the bend in the middle. And the other side's exactly the same as this one, so I don't need to measure that. Now, the way he's got this plow set up is just I think it's the plow actually used to go to a tractor. He's welded this main piece here, put a few holes in it so I could take this bolt out, pop it up, move the plow and pop it down to whatever direction I want to point it at. You see the main way he's got it bracketed on there. He's got one bolt in the middle right here that actually holds the whole thing on top of the one bolt that you use to angle it. And then the front, he's welded this up here and put a couple springs on it to keep it tight, and so that when you hit the sidewalk it goes down like this instead of smashing your entire bike to bits. So middle spring's a little worn. I'm going to replace that eventually, but no necessary work right now. Notice you just left the middle screws out, so it just kind of sits freely in there. That doesn't matter. It works great. Alright. I'll show you the other side a little more, where the handle is. Yeah, that's the handle. You see it go all the way down. That's where the first bend is. You see it goes right on in there. There's two brackets I made to go onto the front engine mount. My next step is I gotta take the edges off of this thing because they're catching on the mud flats, as you can see right there. It's actually touching the mud flat. Not a big deal, it's been working. But luckily there's enough room on these bolts to just throw them plates right on there, so I didn't even have to get longer bolts. And then on the other side over here, you see I had to do the same thing with the spacer. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, it's pretty simple. You can see over here on the pull arm, this is the actual handle, goes down all the way down here, and then you get this. And there's the other thing, just like on the other side, except the other side detaches. And that's where you put this other chain from up at the front. Then there's the back chain for the back. But like I said, I don't hook those up. And that's the main bar right here. Actually stops the handle from going all the way down right here. Doesn't do any damage to it so far anyway. Yep. So you need to see exactly where yours is at. Yours might be a little different than mine, but you're gonna have to put that bar on there, or just use brackets. I prefer to weld though. There you go, man. Hopefully that's the measurements you need. If you can't hear me or whatever on this, just send me a note and I'll send you the rest of the measurements. But I'm pretty sure I got them all. It's freaking cold out here. Alright, man. Adios, dog.